Living longer, living healthier, living better than ever before. Welcome to Mountain Pacific's Healthy Living for Life, a weekly series that gives you the information, education, and expert insight you need to become an active participant in today's ever-changing healthcare climate. Here now is today's program host.
Planning for your future is more than building a nest egg. The nest itself becomes just as important. Whether your senior housing search is due to a serious medical condition or simply a lifestyle change, finding the right place to live can be challenging and stressful for you and your family. I'm your host, Lisa Sather. Welcome to Healthy Living for Life, a show dedicated to helping you do just that. Today, we're talking about senior living options and which one might be best for you. Stay tuned. In recent years, a wide range of long-term care services have been developed to keep people independent for as long as possible. These services range from help with household tasks and personal care to comprehensive and intensive nursing home care. My first guest today is Leanne Holmes, who is here to talk about some of the different long-term care options and what you need to know about them when you're making decisions about your care or the care of a loved one. Welcome, Leanne.
Hello.
Thanks for being here. So let's start by defining some of the common long-term care options when it comes to senior living. Specifically, the differences between nursing homes, assisted living, and adult daycares. And let's start by talking about nursing homes.
Okay, perfect. So nursing homes, so the technical term is long-term care facilities. That's the licensed version. They're also referred to as skilled nursing facilities, but we commonly still refer to them as nursing homes. So we may use those terms interchangeably. So nursing homes is the highest level of care available for seniors and people with other disabilities and needs. So they are traditionally for people who need care 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They may need skilled nursing care, physical therapy, occupational therapy, supervision, assistance with communication, a variety of needs. Nursing homes are not only, as I said, for older adults, but you may have people with disabilities or recovering from accidents, rehab type residents as well. They're cared for by nursing staff and certified nursing assistants. There's 24-hour awake supervision and 24-hour nursing available in nursing homes. That's one of the things that really makes the difference. So in nursing homes, there's private or semi-private rooms. It really is a valuable option when the care needs cannot be met in the home anymore or in another level of care. In Montana, we have 78 licensed long-term care facilities at this time, and that number has been decreasing over the past few years, primarily due to rural communities. A lot of rural communities will also have a critical access hospital and a nursing home. And the needs of the community can be met strictly by the critical access hospital. And so a lot of small communities are choosing to close the nursing homes, expand their critical access hospital beds, which also incorporate long-term care beds. And so that's kind of a trend that we're seeing right now in Montana.
Okay. You may have touched on this just a little bit, but some quick examples of when people may need to be considering moving into a nursing home, so they can get that kind of long-term care that they need.
Mm-hmm. So just to expound on that, the most common reason is obvious. I think it's obvious that the needs exceed what can be taken care of in a home setting, or maybe even in an assisted living type facility. And primarily that's help with ADLs. They just need extensive assistance with eating, walking, bathing, dressing, hygiene, toileting, transferring, those kind of things. And so actually 75% of nursing home residents in Montana need assistance with 3+ ADLs.
Wow.
And so another thing that a lot of people need is they get to a point where they need assistance with medications. Mm-hmm. And in the other setting types, and even at homes, their medication lists become so cumbersome, and the regimens and the treatment regimens that they just can't take care of them at home, and they need somebody to oversee that. They can also have issues with skin breakdown that results in a need for wound care that can't be managed in the home setting. And finally, there's issues with risk to themselves. So it could be dementia, it could be wandering, it could be just not taking care of themselves to the extent that they need to be safe.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll talk a little bit more about nursing homes a little bit later, but let's move on to assisted living. And can you tell us, in a couple of minutes or so, what an assisted living facility is, and how is it different from a nursing home or a skilled nursing facility?
Sure. So assisted living facilities were formerly called personal care homes, and they offer a housing, and I really like to say a living option, because they're not just a housing option, for older adults who may need help with those ADLs, but at a lesser extent. They don't need round-the-clock supervision by nurses, and they also don't need mainly medication administration. They may need reminders or prompts or someone to deliver their medications to them, but not to administer the medications. I think the thing about assisted livings that is interesting is they vary greatly in size, in the people that they serve, in the services that they provide. So we have 207 licensed assisted living facilities in Montana, and of those, I would say more than half have 20 beds or less. So they vary from maybe 4 beds to 200 beds. So that is just a huge variable. Some provide care from so that seniors can age in place, so they can just enter one place and they don't need to go to a higher level of care because they have the services available to meet the needs for the lifetime. As opposed to nursing home care, as we said, they require round-the-clock, or they provide round-the-clock care, and for more complex healthcare situations. Generally speaking, although this is not across the board, assisted living residents are pretty independent. Give or take a few, they are pretty independent and just need a little assistance with different needs.
We're going to return here and visit a little bit more, so stay tuned. We'll be back shortly.